So, Mizkif has responded, and I'm making this immediately after the other video simply because the response is 39 minutes, and I watched the entire thing. And it was a horrible response, probably the worst response I've seen to a situation. A lot of victim blaming overall in totality, a lot of stuff that's crazy. I want to start with the first thing. There's 6 specific segments that I'd like to point out. And Mizkif, if you copyright strike me or copyright claim any of this, oh, we're gonna have so many issues, man. We're gonna have so many problems. I promise we're gonna have so many problems. Anyways, so I wanna point out this part right here. This is the first part I want to point out.
Content. These people were schizophrenic and would think that she is talking to them. Whether it was songs she played, the way she looked at the screen, or just the titles of the videos, these people started to feel she was talking to them and come to our house to stalk her. These people thought in their heads they were dating her. They were out of their mind and dangerous. I told her if we're going to be serious about this relationship, I need her to stop posting as much and to not farm these people. She agreed and understood that it was a safety concern for not only me, but the house.
All right, I want to point this out, right? If you are dating a streamer, content creator, somebody that does that, and they have fans that are psychotic or crazy, you don't not post, by the way. You don't not post. You get more security or something of that variety. You can't control how people act or things of that variety. You can't control that. People are crazy, obviously. You have to get more security. I Shall Speak can't go outside without getting crowded by people. Kai Snack cannot do the same. That's what happens when you reach a bigger plateau, especially if you're a woman. You need protection in some capacity, and there are stalkers that go crazy and go out of the way to do crazy stuff. That happens. Hence why an incident where he was holding a stalker at gunpoint for about 30 minutes because people were obsessed with her. You don't tell them to not post. This is the first issue that I have. Just want to point that out. That's the first thing I have. Now, next thing I want to do is this one.
But as those rabbits moved out of her room and into the living room, they...
Okay, I was watching this at 1.7 times high speed. You can see my brain rot brain. I'm going to point that out. So, this is the greatest. I don't know why he never brought this up until this event happened. But he brings up the rabbits, and this is really important.
Has a lot of rabbits. It was her calling when she first moved in. These were a big part of her life. But as those rabbits moved out of her room and into the living room, they started to see disgusting neglect. No food, no water, sometimes not having clean bedding for weeks. I, along with many others who would come over, would give them what they needed, and I would tell her all the time to take care of them, but to no avail.
All right, so I want to point out a little bit of context here, because he did give context to the rabbit thing. He actually also showed stuff of the rabbits bedding. It was seeming as though the rabbits were not taken care of. But now this is important. Why bring this up when there's allegations of control, abuse, blackmailing? One, he never denied the blackmailing. He actually near confirmed the blackmailing by saying he was controlling. He also confirmed that he was violent, wildly violent, which I'll show later. So I want to bring this up. And this is not me defending rabbit abuse in any or animal abuse at all. But he had just been called out for the train wreck situation about him covering up SA. So that was the situation there. Emmy was taking care of Mizkif the entire way through. Taking care of Mizkif whole way through. That's what was happening there. So that was big moment there. That was huge. So that happened on that front. He was mentally draining. He even stated that he was mentally draining, and he can understand how he could have been a lot to deal with. And she pointed out, and he said she pointed out that she was getting mentally drained and stressed from dealing with him because it was a lot on top of the stalker situation, and it was very stressful for her too. That can cause anybody to mentally lapse. Think about when you don't brush your teeth, or when you let things get out of control, when you don't do your laundry. That the animals are real living creatures, and it is bad that the animals were not taken care of. But to bring this up, just sidewindingly, while you are having allegations against you of neglect and all these other things and blackmailing, it's crazy. It's just this is the worst time to bring this up. This is the worst time. She was bad too, guys. Guys, she was bad too. I know I got some bad things I've done, but she was bad too. This is also further emphasized that he's not truly... This is such victim blame garbage, because this is... Ooh, it pisses me off. Because rabbits were obviously not taken care of, right? Boom, boom, boom. Observe this, if you will.
And who I was back then, that I didn't do everything right.
All right. I got to get these off the 2x speed. I just don't like listening to him talk. All right, here we go.
I didn't want her to get hurt. I didn't want Emmy to get assaulted. I didn't want some man to do something to her when I'm not there, and I wanted to keep her safe. And I know with how my mental was and who I was back then that I didn't do everything right. I know I could have done better, and I'm sorry. I know I was controlling and I should have just ended the fucking relationship, but I was so confused as a person. And I'm sorry I didn't. I'm sorry things got to this fucking point, man.
So that's somebody that's been caught. He just said he knew he was controlling. I listened to everything else, but I want you to take away what he just said. I know I was controlling. I know I should have just ended the relationship. A lot of revealing stuff in the midst of him doing this.
The last 9 months of this relationship, things got extremely fucking toxic. I told her to move out. She didn't move out on her own. I told her to move out because I wanted space.
All right, hold up a second. I think this is it. Okay, so this is the next part. This is the important part.
Our fight started to get...
So this is about the fights. Now, I want to point this out. He started this whole thing off on a triumphant high note. He was saying, I'm going to reveal everything. Screw it. Fine. We'll see what happens. Whatever. He started off saying, why don't we reveal everything? I got texts from everybody. I got stuff. I know what I did. I know what's going on here. So, would like to point out this.
Get louder. We were breaking up with each other almost weekly. Fights were getting more aggressive and shouting began to increase. I was not perfect and I reflect on those situations with poor taste to myself. I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent.
All right. Now, I want you to really listen. He just said Emmy was also violent. Observe.
She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression.
All right, let's roll back here. I just want to really harp on this real fast because this is very important to me. I want you to really listen to this.
Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression. I one time did say I was going to kill myself during an argument, but Emmy did this as well numerous times. She would...
Okay, now that obviously is a lot to say that. It's a little bit a lot to do that. It's a lot saying you're going to just take yourself out of existence. A lot there, a lot to unpack. Now, if somebody was throwing clothes or plushies at me, would I be a little bit peeved? A little bit, yeah. A little bit upset. Obviously, plushies, yeah, I'd be a little upset. But what it sounds like, and this is just me digging into me just using context clues, it sounds like she wanted you away, and you were punching holes in the walls, very Kyle of you, and slamming doors in aggression. I feel as though you may be downplaying things you may have been doing as well. You're punching holes in the walls? Let's punch a hole in the wall. I feel as though there's a little bit more there. That's just me. And then this is another part that is also, I believe this is also an important part that I want to highlight here.
February of this year with EMDR therapy, something she recommended me when we were...
He went to therapy, all this stuff. He cries off stream. He does this whole thing. Nobody's believing him. Everybody's kind of against him. But there are a few people, like his dedicated chatters, that are with him. So he responded near immediately. At 39 minutes, a bunch of nothing and victim blaming. Whole thing. I want to point this out. When he said, well, she was violent too. She would toss blankets and plushies at me. We got to be living in two different dimensions, man. We got to be living in two different worlds. Let's say, for example, right? Let's just use a hypothetical if we could, as a group, as a class, as a collective. Let's say I am perhaps shooting a shotgun at a tree. Every single time I'm mad, shooting a shotgun at a tree. And then my partner, who also got mad, would, let's say, punch the tree. Who's doing more damage? Plushies aren't really doing that much damage. Oh no, Kirby. Ah, my God, Kirby. Oh no, you hit me with Totoro. Oh no. I don't think that's really bad there. I feel as though, and I see this so often, there are bad people. There are bad women. There are bad men. But I think what happened in this specific situation is that he drove her to such a state of depravity and disgust She was, by any stretch of the word, and still is, a huge content creator with a bunch of people that are wildly obsessed with how adorable she is. Oh my God. And how she has a lot of stalkers. That's a lot to deal with. I understand that. It's a lot of crazy stuff to deal with. There are better ways to handle that than being controlling, trying to eliminate everything she does, harassing, blackmailing, threatening, so many different things. And he admitted to them in the 39 minutes. He slipped up so many times, admitting to what he did, basically admitting to near everything that she alleged. He just said, "I'll just expose it all." Well, rabbits. Ever consider the rabbits? No one considers the animals. I think he saw the Hassan Piker situation and decided to say, you know what? Animal abuse is way worse than people abuse or mental abuse towards your partner. I might as well bring this up since it was never discussed. You could have brought this up any other time. I feel as though you could have said this any other point. You're only bringing it up as a defense for yourself. That's what I do. That's a horrible tactic. If, let's say my partner calls me out for something and I say, well, you do it too. Horrible thing to do. That's a horrible tactic. Toxic on my end. 100% toxic. Not smart to do. Doesn't really accomplish anything besides turning blame back to make the blame seem less on yourself. Doesn't really do anything. It's a weak defense tactic. It's a defense tactic that I use sometimes that sucks. It's a horrible, stupid, weak defense tactic. It doesn't do anything. It's a panic attack. It's a panic defense tactic. I use it as a default because, man, it sucks. Now, I know what you're going to say. That sucks for you, man. Why would you do that? And I'm not going to lie to you. Like this guy right here. This guy is bad. This guy is bad. I believe I know his evil because I've seen it so many times. I was once this creature. And he says he was in therapy and all this stuff. Yeah, I mean, man, dude, you can do so much better than whatever this 39 minutes of nonsense was, because he just kind of ends here. He realizes nobody's caring. No one besides the dog shocker will vouch for you. What does that say? It's like nobody cares. And what's fun is that I'm pretty sure this is the crazy part. If he lays low for about a few months, he could just come back. Or maybe you think that. This is actually really bad because no one really likes this guy. He would have to pull a Dr. Disrespect. Now, you don't know what a Dr. Disrespect is. I'm going to help you out. Dr. Disrespect was caught speaking to, that's right, a little bit of a youngin. And Dr. Disrespect is still on YouTube, just streaming, doing whatever Dr. Disrespect. A day ago, still getting crazy money. 1/4 views. Nobody cares about the Dr. Disrespect stuff. No one cares. Everybody was like, yeah, I still watch Dr. Disrespect. Ask yourself. You can get oh my God, I was loud. Oh my goodness, I was loud. You can get a dedicated fan base of people still getting pretty okay views from everything. Still getting a lot of people on the streams. Could just pull a Dr. Disrespect. Could just do that. Wait a little bit. Wait for your real fan base to tether out and still make content doing exactly what you do. Because that's probably what's going to happen. That's probably what's going to happen. I am baffled by the response, to be quite honest. I was genuinely baffled by the response. Didn't suspect that. Not a very good response. Not good at all. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. But yeah. Anyways, I don't like him. So here's what I'm going to do. This is going to suck. You don't got to watch the end of this. You can leave out the video right now. This is not my coffee. This is my wife's. She's not going to want it. She doesn't want it. She's sitting right next to me. I am going to put an ad right here. And the video is going to end immediately after the ad. I'm going to put the ad as a top comment too. So, bye.
Hey, you actually stuck around for the ad? I'm so proud of you. Let me tell you what I'm pitching to you real fast. Here's something you can do when you're bored, playing games and getting paid for it. If you hit the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen right now, you see that popping up right there? Look at that. It's so cool. It's so convenient. You can sign up to freecash.com and start right away. Now, I know your inclination to say this is a scam, but I assure you, I tried it myself. I thought it was a scam myself. Actually, I did actually try it out. It actually works. I didn't expect to actually get paid, but I'm getting moolah, baby. It's simple. Create an account with your email and password. It takes seconds. Literal seconds. Inside, you'll see a wall of games, a bevy of things, and offers. Pick one you actually enjoy, play through levels, and cash land straight into your free cash account. It's like turning your downtime into a side hustle without even noticing. Some people pull in $10 to $20 a day, but I've seen reports of much more moolah, Mr. Krabs. I've seen Scrooge McDuck numbers, and you could do this all while laying in your bedroom, playing games on your phone. All they ask of you is that you spend your time playing the video games. They just want your time. Now, you could spend a little bucks in-game to hit levels faster, which lets you unlock the bigger offers and payouts because you gotta hit the levels to get bigger payouts. That's how some users end up earning hundreds, even $500 or more on certain offers. It's crazy, but you don't have to spend anything. You can just stick to the free levels like I did and still cash out. The whole point is that instead of just sitting there scrolling endlessly through TikTok or Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts or whatever, you're playing and earning at the same time. When it's time to cash out, you got options. You want to hit up PayPal? You want some gift cards? course, you can do whatever you want to. It's your decision. It's your world. I'm just living in it. So if you're curious, hit the link in my description or scan the code that's been on screen the entire time. You can just scan the code right there. You have the ability to just screen capture, scan the code, click the description. Make sure you do it through me, guys. Sign up for my link, because I'm broke, guys. I'm doing this for the money, man. I got my family locked up. I beg you, please start playing for cash in your spare time. And when you use my link or QR code, you'll get a $5 bonus to get things right off. So go ahead and get the free cash right now. Freecash.com and Cero CV are not responsible for any bodily harm, any extra harm, anybody getting destroyed, anybody getting hit with a meteor, anybody getting hit with a natural disaster, anybody getting hit with the power of God, anybody with God's wrath, any thunder striking your body, anybody that actually has kids because of this, anybody that gains thousands of dollars, they do not use that in order to attack me or strike me and send drones to my house to destroy my entire body. I appreciate it. That'd be lovely. Thank you. I would appreciate that a lot. And if you could enjoy this, just use my link in the description. Like I said before, use the QR code. Go ahead and do that. Everything's bye.
Okay, back to whatever I was talking about before.
I'm your nigga night, be my lover, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. I love the ride when you're free.